gentlemen. But let's dive in literally to our next interview. We are joined by the fabulous Shawndreca Robinson, who many of you may know from Bravo TV's Candy and the Gang. She's making way on the way with her nonprofit H20 Swim Dynamics, teaching our communities the power, confidence, and safety that comes with knowing how to swim. Let us welcome Shawndreca Robinson, the traveling sister, to the show.
Hi guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Now, first of all, I want you to talk to me about how you made the jump before I even get into all the sort of stuff from, reality TV, working, in one of Candy's restaurants, Candy Burris, and then going on to now having this swim nonprofit.
Well, actually, when I was on the show, I taught her mother and her aunts a swim lesson and did a aerobics fitness class. So swimming kind of has been going on just as long as the show as well. So they were able to collide my business with the show.
Nice. I didn't see that on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, I did watch the
They
show.
hated it.
Well, talk to us about H20 Swim Dynamics. What's the mission behind it and what inspired you?
I actually feel that it's really important for our Black children to know how to swim because our parents and our grandmothers are all fearful of the water, and just knowing how many people in the Black community are drowning due to not knowing how to swim, I feel that it's very important for our community to really push that for our children to know how to swim, because teaching one child out of the community can lead to him helping his friends or his cousins and just showing everyone else around him how to swim. But I feel like because it costs the amount that it costs, our children can't afford it. So I wanted to create a nonprofit where our children don't have to pay for it, and I'm willing to stay out in that cold water as long as I can to teach up to 10 kids in a month or something like that, because it's sad, and we are the #1 race that is dying from drowning.
I mean, look at what happened recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
No.
Oh, yes, Dr. Jamal wanted.
Yeah.
I did have a comment and a question. So I 100% agree that that should never be a reason for someone transitioning because they fearful and cannot swim.
Yep.
And I did make it a point that my children took swim classes, and they both are great swimmers. They can dive and
Yeah.
11 feet, all of that. That's not me, but alongside with them, I did take some adult swim classes.
Yeah.
So I do percent agree. And if you could also talk about what I've noticed is the additional benefits, because someone with me who has challenged knees, water aerobics was my best friend.
Yeah.
I was like the oldest person at LA Fitness.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. And it was a great workout, but at the same
Yes.
time, it was less pressure on my knees.
So water aerobics and just the physical therapy aspect of water is a full body workout. So they're saying now that they're pushing water aerobics and water physical therapy regular, just more encouraging for people to do it instead of just going to a regular physical therapist. Water is a full body workout. So you're working out places that you didn't even know that, you can feel and do those muscles and do stuff like that. So I'm happy to be in this field and just really narrative of physical therapy and water aerobics of people of older ages. Like my mom, she's 56 and she loves the water as well, but that little water aerobics, when you lift your knees and your arms and stuff, when you get out of the water, you feel like a brand new person. And it doesn't hurt as bad as lifting weights and running and so much pressure on the body. So yeah, I suggest you tell everybody about it. Yeah, tell everybody, because it's really important to do that as well.
Well, I would say round of applause. I pick up your effort to spreading the skill of swimming to the community.
Thank you.
It's something that I've taken for granted as at some point growing up. I was a swim team as a young person.
Yeah.
But as a parent, it's been a great reward watching the children learn to swim, because there's so many life lessons you learn about, like it's not as bad as you think. Don't let you learn to trust your body. You know what I'm saying? The water isn't an enemy.
The water's your friend.
Yeah, the water has, the water
Yes.
the water's your enemy, you know what I'm saying? And once you learn, I mean, it's just amazing, because I remember, you talk about our elders, I remember watching my grandmother's sister wouldn't put her head underwater.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She would refuse, she couldn't even hold her breath, she didn't even know how to just to go underwater.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just so silly as a young person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a thing that they conquer early.
Yeah, and it's a lot when you're teaching people, because some people come in with the fear of water. So I'm not getting right into just, hey, kick your feet, let's go underwater. You have to allow them to be comfortable with you. I need you to know that I'm here to save your life. I'm not just a teacher, I'm not forcing you this, but I want you to know that the water, you have to be able to save your life if something was to happen. But that fear trauma is really big in our community too, because
I have it. I'm guilty. Guilty as
no
charged.
way.
But actually, it's a funny story, but not so funny. I got my fear from taking swim lessons, and I nearly drowned during one of my swim lessons, and now I have a fear of the deep water.
Oh my gosh.
That's another story.
You didn't have a good teacher.
You didn't have Shawndreca, it's okay. I'll take it.
I mean, I still absolutely believe it's important. I had my son take swim lessons.
Yes.
My granddaughter, I now take her to swim lessons.
Yes.
That's why I was so excited when Mr. B contacted me. I think it is absolutely important.
Yes.
And we've had Naomi Grandpierre, shout out to her. She was the first female swimmer on the Haitian Olympic team.
Nice.
Yeah, and she's coming here and she's discussed the same thing. It's such an important issue in our community that we do need to learn how to swim. And even if you don't learn how to swim, water safety,
Yeah.
techniques that can save you, you know? So what kind of programs and experience do you offer at your business?
So I do have this one student, and surprisingly, Georgia doesn't have a lot of pools in their schools, in their high schools, and their grammar schools and stuff like that. I'm actually from Buffalo, New York, so we have to take that swimming class and that program. And he's like, I want to be a lifeguard. I want to be on a swim team. So I actually want to receive the profits and help him go to college and put that towards a scholarship of some type of swimming. You know, he is a little bit of heavy set. He should be a football player and tackling somebody, but he's like, I want to be in the water. So my goal is to just push that of children that don't know how to swim, to encourage them to be on a swim team, encourage them to be lifeguards, and just knowing that there's people like me in the world that I'm going to help you pay for college. Like, I want to give you that scholarship from all the money that I make, where you don't have anything to worry about. Maybe they don't have a scholarship program for swimmers, so I'm going to give you one. So it's just, I feel good about doing what I'm doing for the people.
Is that one of your most memorable experiences?
Yeah, just.
I see the glow.
Yeah,
Talk about
getting
it.
someone who's like a football player to come over to that side and just knowing the buoyancy of the water and just breathing techniques. And his mom is like super excited about that. Like, you got him to swim, you know, he's a solid 250, 300 pounds. I'm like, he is moving in that water. So that just makes me feel so good that, you know, the parents is bringing the children over that way, even though the parents don't know how to swim. So I'm just trying to get as many people as I can to just push that and just encourage it and tell them I'm here to teach you for free.
And it's important. Oh, we can't say the word free here, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I know you didn't mean to. But you know, it is important also the energy that you're giving off, like that positive energy. Because my granddaughter, when she goes to swimming, she at first didn't want to even
Hated
put
it.
her head under the
Now
water.
she's so
and
excited about
you
seeing
have
them.
to have that level of comfort with your swim teacher.
Yep.
I agree, and I love the fact that you're showcasing or sharing that it's not any specific body type, anybody can engage, and I actually have a few friends that are, I would say, non-traditional, as far as, they went to school on swim scholarships.
Yep.
And I'm like, you're from St. Louis, and
Yeah.
not the traditional, what
Yeah.
most swimmers look like, and, you know, we're not worried about the hair, we're just,
No.
getting right in there.
Yeah.
So, in regard to Shelley's question or comment about her granddaughter, what ages do you start with? Like, what is the youngest? Because I know when babies are young, they tend to be fearless, and
Yeah.
they're used to the water because of being inside for 10 months. It was 10 months,
So
not
my
9.
youngest, she was like 4 or 5 months.
What?
I prefer 6 months. The parents was in the water.
4 or 5 months?
They were like,
No, summer can't do
But they're used to it.
They used to it, so I prefer 6 months. But the lady was like, I just wanna, my mom's a swimmer, I'm a swimmer, the dad's a swimmer, everybody's a family swimmer, so they have pools around. So they want that fear. They don't want that fear of the baby just wandering off and going in the pool. So they're like, okay, let's just play with it. And I'm like, okay. And then my oldest, shout out to my oldest, her name was Miss Grace. She was 63, and she was just very fit, very healthy, and she just was like, I don't want to think about all the germs that's in the water. So I had to teach her that fear of putting her face in the water. So it worked out a little bit, but she was like, okay, this is too much, what these babies do in this water. And I'm like, I don't think about that, but she enjoyed her time. So my oldest so far she was 63, and my youngest was 4 months.
Nice. So if people want to take lessons with you, the traveling swim teacher, how would one do that?
You actually can go to the website, h20dynamics.org. You can also call me at 716-526-7263.
Nice. And what is your media if anyone wants to keep up with
The social
everything that
media
you're
for H2O is H2O Swim Dynamics on Instagram, and it's also h2oswimdynamics.org on Twitter.
Love it. So what's next in your future even outside of, H2O, Swim Dynamics, what's next? Are you doing any more reality TV?
We're actually pushing for another reality TV show. I'm waiting for someone to give me a call back to give me some updates. I am actually just certified with the state of Georgia. I'm a process server, so I serve court order documents.
So if I see you at my door.
Next time we might serve.
Now I know. Do not answer that.
Do not answer the door for me. You be like, oh, she's here to teach me swim.
Oh, wait a minute.
You've been served. So yeah, I have my hands in a little bit of everything. I love the business entrepreneur aspect from Georgia, and how everybody is so supportive, and having your own sources of income and not just relying on one job. I'm just truly determined to just be the rich child of the family and take everybody with me.
We love it.
Sharing the wealth.
Yes.
Absolutely, we love it. We thank you so much for joining us here at
Thank you.
WRFG. Love what you're doing. I was sorry that there wasn't a season 3.
They're gonna see my face again, so
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Okay, I was sorry about that. Do we have a caller with a question?
Okay.
Okay, well,
Okay.
caller, you're on air. Do you have a question?
Hi. How you doing? Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the show. You will. Thank you so much. You have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, caller. All right. You're listening to WRFG Atlanta. Again, thank you so much, Shawndreca, for coming
you.
through and joining us, and for what you're doing. It is so important. And please come back with updates on what you're doing. We're
Yes.
here to support you in your journey.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep it locked right here to WRFG Atlanta 89.3 FM.